Hello! Tonight we are going to be talking about Rosemary. My lighting's a little funky. Partway wonder if it would be better if I just turned the light behind me off. But we'll see. And now this one's not working. Okay. So, what are we going to be learning about tonight? We are learning about rosemary. And we are just getting started on this one tonight. So, as per usual, I will start out with the gardening section. That's actually where I've got most of the research done at this point. I started on the medicinal and didn't get there. I know how I have used it over the years, but we will see. And so I might just go ahead and get the, what am I thinking of? The drawings done, paintings, whatever you want to call them, depending on where we are at with time. And I didn't switch back over. Sorry. Hello, how are you doing tonight? I was going to say living simple. I know you told me your name last time. Can you remind me of your name again? I still don't have it. And have you been with us on herb journaling nights before? I suppose it would help if I could actually see myself as live. All right. Hey, Ray. How are you doing tonight? John. Okay. I was wanting to say Jeff. I at least had the J right this time. All right. Oh, yeah. I will get there. I promise. Harvest planting. What do you call it if you're not planting things from seed? Cultivating? Are you enjoying the beach? We were at 84 when my daughter and I went to the store today. I'm just going to put propagating. So, John, typically after I've been on here for about an hour, we try and go raid Land Cloud Adventures. And tonight he happens to be talking to Ray from Van Life Rocks about monumental goals. And I am going to stick this in front of me because I still don't have the, what am I thinking of? I don't have the speech chat thing fixed. Can one of you guys tell me if the, like, this camera is blurry to you? Because, like, right now I can't even tell that I've been writing on those. And that would be bad. I did remember to get links into the description for some of the websites I'm using information from tonight. Ray, is there a way to change the settings on a camera on here? Because I've got my S7 on it. Well, no, not that. That wasn't a good idea. All right, let go. All right. All right, is it still good now that I messed with that? And now that I'm seeing that you guys are saying, oh no, it's better. All right. So the idea here is I will have cards that I could grab and take out to the garden with me or to wherever I am going to be working. I wonder. So it just dawned on me. If you guys want to check out the spreadsheet I tend to work off of, there is the link for it. Hopefully that is a view-only option. But I still have you on my phone, so I can still see chat. Apparently I got something on. Well. So we're going to do Rosemary. And the idea here, of course, is that yeah. Oh. That is good.
I think it'd be better without the almonds, but it's still pretty good without the almonds.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd like it just fine without the almonds, but I didn't know how many there were. Anyhow.
Chocolate. and top it all off.
Sorry, guys. We got cheap ice cream today. All right. So the Latin name is Rose Marinus. Officinalis. One of my kids wants to learn Latin. I can make it the same size, but then it seems like you guys can't actually see it. And I can't change it from that phone. I was going to say, and you didn't need to see my son feeding me ice cream anyway. I think that had coconut in it. Or maybe that was the almond. I don't know. It was a weird combination. All right. So, like I said before, the links are in the description for the sites that I used for most of this information. And rosemary is in the mint family. Actually, I'm going to put some of this information. I'm still working on a good system for where to put what information. All right, so it likes well-drained, loamy, slightly acidic soil. And I didn't use the one that, at least 6 hours of sun. Normally the site I've been using has had like the zones, but I'm not seeing it on this one, so I'm going to leave a spot for it and I'll look it up. I know I'm in zone 5A, and it will grow here. Mine has been growing for about 5 or 6 years now. But the only way I can get them overwintered up here is to have a heat sink on 2 sides. So like right now, I've got a walkway here and a patio here, and my rosemary sits right here. And I think that probably is just a matter of the concrete acts as a heat sink, so it won't change super quickly for what am I trying to say? It won't change super quickly in terms of temperature. And I am saying on 2 sides because I tried 3 times before this one. Twice without heat sinks, once with, and the once with it was protected from the wind, and it also had a heat sink on 1 side, and that still wasn't good enough. So, got that. Now, for planting, it From seed, it has about a 15% germination rate. And so I am basically going to copy down how to take cuttings from an already going plant. And John, I'm not sure you had been here before, but on a Thursday, I know you were here Monday. I don't think I had seen you last Thursday, but I have trouble remembering last Thursday, so, anyway, the people I am expecting to consume information from this is myself, my kids, and possibly their siblings. So I'm basically trying to give them the information they would need to get started with growing, using, preparing whatever I'm working on. Hey, Tim. And so far we've done onions and dill. So okay. So take a 3-inch cutting from established plant. And remove leaves on bottom half. Now, the website I was looking at said to plant in, I'm going to put small. I think it said a 3-inch pot. And keep at room temperature for 8 weeks until roots form. Now, I have heard that you can actually do this and just put them in water. And I have heard you can actually just I don't know if you guys have seen the fresh herbs things you can buy in a store, where it's just a few sprigs of something. I have heard you can do this with that and just stick them in a cup of water and they will actually root. I will say you definitely need to make sure that you pull the bottom leaves off if you're going to do that. All right, storage. Hang dry in bundles. Hi, AJ. How are you doing tonight? Can freeze in olive oil in ice cube tray. Can mix into butter, log, and freeze. And basically for any of these, if you're using fresh, you definitely want to go ahead and freeze them. They won't keep in the refrigerator very long because the leaves will start breaking down. But they freeze perfectly fine. Crud. That was supposed to be on this card. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there and just not use that card. How's that? Um, because I've already added. All right, so I've already added the stuff like it likes well-drained, loamy, slightly acidic soil and 6 hours of sun here. I put in the mention that it needs to either be in a pot or have heat sinks on 2 sides up here. All right, so harvesting. We're just going to snip top third of some stems or branches. To harvest. Let area regrow before harvesting again. My writing's not great tonight, guys. Can be harvested up to 3 times per year. Harvest first time and then from seed 15 months. From cutting 1 year, and nursery plant 3 months. Yeah. AJ, if you are interested in the information, I did put the link for the spreadsheet that I kind of corral all this information in up above somewhere in chat. All right, so those are going to be like how we, I don't really want those stacked yet. They're smearing. I haven't used this ink that I put in this pen last week before. So I am noticing that it smears more than the other kind does. My daughter has tape on her mask. Now, so I did kind of want to start getting into the medicinal stuff, and I don't have it transferred to this thing yet. I just have websites pulled up. But I suppose I should at least get flipped over. And I wanted to definitely get to the medicinal tonight because my kids are home. So this is a mask that my daughter actually requested for her birthday, I think it was. And it's been on our wish list since, a year ago started. It is a mask. It's a plague doctor mask. So I don't know if you guys have heard of plague doctor, but anywho, back in the times of the bubonic plague or whatever, Black Plague in Europe, there is this story that these thieves, and it was a group of 4 thieves, were stealing from people that were dead or dying. And when they finally got caught, they made them explain how they were not getting sick, because of course anybody that was burying bodies or anything like that would eventually get sick and die because of the plague. They'd catch it. So as the story goes, they would have these masks that, I don't know, to me it kind of looks like a parrot beak when she's wearing it, but they would stuff bundles of herbs and things in here, and rosemary would have been one of them. So, and I don't know if they would put straw or something, but like sage, rosemary, and that's how we wound up with the Young Living calls it Thieves Blend. I've heard lots of places call it Thieves Blend, like as far as recipes go. When I was making it, these days I'm just lazy most of the time. But my blend was always rosemary, sage, cinnamon, lemon, and either thyme or eucalyptus. And in all honesty, in the Middle Ages in Europe, chances are they would have had thyme, but not necessarily eucalyptus. And I don't know that they would have had cinnamon either. But there's a wide variety of herbs that are proven to medicinally help and prevent things. So anyway, I thought that was kind of a cool show and tell. And then a lot of time, I better make marks on here before I do this. Or I will be all over the page. I know a lot of people will make a vinegar with different herbs that would have been in that blend. If we're sick, I will diffuse that blend. You could add it to alcohol and basically have your own hand sanitizer. I really need to find my brailer so I can have a better way to do that. Why would sage have been tough to get? Hey, Ford man. And yes, Ray, if you're still here, that is milk. I've got water too, but I don't know. I have sage probably 10 or 12 feet from my rosemary plant. It seems hardier than the... It seems hardier than the rosemary. I've never even had a problem trying to get it to grow. And I was gonna say, I don't know. I'll have to ask Guru about that. But I'm pretty sure he has some in his garden in the UK. I'm not sure exactly where he's at, but he has a lot of stuff in, like, I don't know what the little tunnel things. And I think that is actually probably, I think that's probably more to keep the rain off than anything. All right. So, and aside from the Thieves Blend, hey Khadija, how are you doing tonight? Aside from the Thieves Blend, this was the first thing I ever heard of using rosemary for medicinally, was that it improves memory. Do you have the kiddos in bed? All right. Hair loss. From a standpoint of using whole herb, I'm not sure exactly where that would fall as far as hair loss goes. I just add a couple drops to my shampoo. The key is remembering to take it. Very, very true. And often for memory, it is paired with spearmint. My kids won't pair it with spearmint because they're sensitive to mint. I would guess. And if you guys want a really awesome smelling shampoo and conditioner, have a good night, AJ. It is not cheap, but after I got down to the point I was only using like one bottle of shampoo and conditioner a year, Plain Products has a rosemary vanilla mint shampoo and conditioner that is just amazing. All right. It's also used for indigestion. Not that I can spell tonight. We're just gonna do this. Arthritis related joint pain. I find it interesting that they word it that way. I'll have to look up and see if what the oxalate count on rosemary is. I was going to say, I know when I was trying to use rosemary for memory and pairing it with spearmint, I would just make a rollerball. That is an unwanted side effects on that website. Like I mentioned with dill, I'm going to start putting a grass rating on here, and that's generally regarded as safe for consumption. And it is. I would certainly hope it is, since, you know, I put it on roasts and things. Now, for the side effects on this, I am doing. I skipped a tab. I was going to say, for the improved memory, I also diffused it. My kids know how to make roller balls and use a diffuser, so they would be able to do that. They also have, well, my daughter has a ceramic diffuser, so if there was issues with sorry, I just ran across a section on here saying that it was ineffective for causing abortion, so I'm just like, okay, well, that's a good thing. I do believe it's an antispasmodic, which can sometimes, you wouldn't want to use it during pregnancy. All right. All right, so it's good for low blood pressure, taken 3 times daily. I'm not gonna, it's apparently good for withdrawals from opioid drugs. I'm not gonna put that on here because it's gotta be taken with something else that I don't know what it is. It's good for stress. Apply at wrists. Oh. I've already got hair loss. It's apparently good for kidney damage. From diabetes. Fibromyalgia. Hi, Tracy. I do too. I absolutely do. For mild gingivitis, I find that interesting. If it can kill, like, the plague, you would think it would work on, of course, hey, Roy and Becky. Of course, gingivitis is usually a sign of other health issues too. So I've already got osteoarthritis, but it seems to say osteo or RA. So I'll put that up here. Sunburn. Cough. Eczema. Gas. Gout. Headache. So here it's apparently somewhat adaptogenic because it works for high or low blood pressure. Hey Kevin, how are you doing tonight? Liver and gallbladder issue. Which gets back into that digestion thing. And toothache. All right. I am really crooked tonight. Oh, well. Hopefully you guys don't come here to see me do this perfectly, right? All right. So as far as the side effects they have listed, yeah, that's a new one to me as well. And the liver and gallbladder issues, I'm going to have to look at that one. The class I'm taking, actually, we're sort of looking at detox things right now. So it'll be interesting to see what it is helping your liver with, if it's like helping do things more efficiently, or so might cause allergic reactions. When applied on skin or inhaled. And it can be a bit of a hot oil, so definitely make sure you are diluting. Rosemary leaf is possibly safe for most people when taken by mouth as a medicine in doses up to 6 grams per day. But don't take undiluted rosemary oil. Guys, if I don't know how many times I have said it, if something can help, it can also hurt. Use common sense. Increased sun sensitivity. So maybe not the best for Kevin right now. Or Ray, since y'all are both hanging out at beaches. Hi, MB. Can you remind me of your name? Living Simply is John. So trying to... I think the other person I was trying to remember was on a different live. All right. And it is 15 till, so can somebody smack me upside the head when we're getting closer to time and remind me to. Tonight it's Michael. Okay. Michael and Bobby, which would explain the MB. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Other precautions. They don't know if it's safe when breastfeeding. It might stimulate menstruation, so don't use it during pregnancy. And these are usually in reference to medicinal doses. I don't know anything that, there was one thing that it's like you really don't want to even eat it, but I don't remember what it was. It was something I don't typically use. I didn't make my side effect column big enough. We're going to go sideways. It contains a chemical similar to aspirin. So if you're allergic to aspirin, don't take it. And then might increase risk of bleeding or bruising. So no sitting in thorn bushes when you've been using rosemary. Oh wow, Tracy, that is insane. What time, Roy? And Becky? I don't know. I don't know who's in here. Based on that comment, I'm going to guess it's probably Roy. Yeah, I actually have white willow bark in the other room, although I don't know that I've ever taken it. Yeah, it was 84 here today when we were out running around. All right. Okay. So it's rich in antioxidants. It has anti-inflammatory compounds. What on earth? Oh. All right, cognitive stimulant, which is the improving memory part, has been linked to improving mood, and clearing the mind. And I actually, like when I'm diffusing it, it's almost the same to me as if I was diffusing sage. It also seems to be good with stress hormone imbalances. I'm going to assume that's cortisol, but I'm not sure because they don't actually say on this site. Oh, I forgot about that. So it also treats dandruff and dry scalp. And the reasoning I have heard on this is, hey, Karen, that it actually, because of the properties it has as far as like being antimicrobial, bacterial, fungal, whatever, is because it basically, if say you have some sort of a fungal infection on your scalp, it will take care of it. Yeah. I wasn't real thrilled with how the dill stuff came out as far as the paintings go. I don't have antibacterial on here yet. And it has specifically been linked to preventing staph infections. And thank you, Michael. I thought this was the one that... No. See, this is why I transfer it to a spreadsheet. All right. I had another website, Dr. G. I am no doctor. Not at all. See you, Ray. We will be over there shortly. I did get water going. Okay. All right. I had another website I had found, and I'm not seeing it. I only have about 25 tabs open right now. No, I am not a doctor. I don't even play one on YouTube. The sites that I've written stuff down from are linked in the description, along with my disclaimer. All right. And I'm going to hope I'm going to do this okay. And I will say that the stems on a rosemary plant can look different at different times of the year. And like last year, I didn't, what am I trying to say? I didn't harvest and like I didn't cut it back at all. That is not the green I want. Hi, honey. I'm encroaching on your space, aren't I? I don't know that I've stayed in a Holiday Inn. Why on earth would staying in a Holiday Inn qualify me as a doctor? Did I miss the story behind that? So, like, my rosemary will almost look silver over winter, like it just dries it out. And these are very needle-like leaves. I haven't had a TV since I moved out of my ex's house. I guess we had one very briefly, but it wasn't hooked up to anything. So, you know, let's see here. My daughter's 15. So you're looking at in a minimum of 16 years since I would have been seeing a Holiday Inn commercial. And it's like there'll be clusters of needles, and the color of the needles changes over time, but they're very, like, they don't wilt like a regular leaf will. And like I mentioned earlier, if you're having trouble growing them up north, put them next to concrete. Okay, Roy, I've got a piece of homework for you. Can you go find the Holiday Inn commercial and drop a link for it? I'll go watch it before I go over to Nate's. Okay, and I definitely want to make sure I get a branch on here. They do kind of branch out. And there will be more needles up at the top but then it'll be like a gap. Just out of curiosity, would you guys be interested in seeing like me try to start propagating a cutting of rosemary? Because I do have a healthy rosemary plant outside. I could totally do that for my next garden tour day. I would be fine with that. If you guys would be interested, and I'm dropping my the leaves on it almost remind me of like an evergreen tree. Thank you, Roy. Is Nate live yet? I was like 20 minutes late last week just because I wanted to finish those others, but I don't really want to run over anybody else's time either. And like where this is, that cluster right there will likely become another offshoot. Like that's just how they look. All right, I will catch that before I go over to Nate's, and then I'll see you guys at Nate's. But I'm going to flip back over real quick. And I'll probably go ahead and finish this, but you guys will see it next week. I went ahead and made 3 thumbnails for Rosemary, so I figure that gives us time to get all the different pieces and parts done, and then have a catch-up week if I need to. And I will go ahead and make sure that the link I dropped earlier is a site only, and I'll put that in the description if you want to go ahead and see the spreadsheets for this. I'm just using different tabs at this point. So, I believe the link for Nate's is pinned. I hope, yeah. On my phone, it appears to be pinned. So I will see you guys next week, or actually, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the raid parade. And hopefully I will see you guys at Nate's here in a few. Have a great night.